Hey Athens community, hey world. My name's Todd Humbert. I'm one of the pastors at the Greenhouse Church in Athens, Tennessee. We started maybe 4 years ago having gatherings, public gatherings. Before that, 10 years ago almost, we were tilling the ground and doing research and finding out where is God at work in Athens, Tennessee, which is my hometown. God called me back here. I thought I'd be living in Bangladesh or somewhere in Tibet or something like that. But God called me back to Athens. He can do that, right? So He called me back here, and I got to join a core leadership team and our elders, and we have just seen God plant this beautiful church called the Greenhouse. And the reason it's called Greenhouse is because we believe in transparency, just like there's transparent structures. We believe in nurturing healthy relationships and people growing, but we also believe in people going, leaving the greenhouse to plant seeds in other places around the world where vegetation flourishes and produces fruit, not in the greenhouse, but outside the greenhouse for the sake of the world. I like to say that the church is the Garden of Eden in the wasteland of the world. And the reason this excites me is because we all know that brokenness exists in the world. It exists in our own heart. We can see it, we can feel it, we can think it. we have been a part of it. We know that brokenness exists within families, even we see it, especially in our finances. We see brokenness within the next generation. And so we want to make sure that we're investing in things like the internationals that live among us. We've gotten to partner with internationals among us and build those friendships and even go to some home countries and meet people's families. So one of the things that we think is a solution to the brokenness that exists in the world is relationships. I like to say that we become a replicating movement of making friends and Jesus followers, because relationships are part of the solution to the brokenness that exists in the world. Leadership is great, structures are great, organizations are great, but it all falls back on, in my opinion, the grassroots relationships. And so we want people to become fully alive followers of Christ by being rooted in Jesus, faith, hope, and love in Him, by being rooted in their purposes of compassion and disciple making, and especially the highest purpose of worship from which flows everything else. And then also being rooted in relationship, accountable relationships, encouraging relationships, friendships, and missional relationships by being on mission with God everywhere. If you're looking to partner with a church that believes in these things, if you're looking to give a year-end gift to a church that seeks to do things not just for the name of Greenhouse, I'm going to tell you that the greatest name is the name above every name, and that's Jesus. And that's our core value, is that Jesus' name be lifted up above our name. We exist not just for people to gather together, but for people to go together, out, not go together like boyfriend, girlfriend, but go together out into the world. If that's something that you're interested in partnering with us, we'd love to be responsible with your year-end gift. We take pains to make sure that we have everything accountable and checks and balances, and use third parties to monitor our finances. If you're interested in giving a year-end gift or partnering with us for year 2022 to see how God's at work in us, at work in our church gatherings, at work in our community groups, at work in our missional involvements in the community and in the world, then come on, we'd love to invite you to do that. My name is Todd. You can email me at todd@thegreenhouseathens.com. You can check us out on Facebook. Our services are on YouTube. You can see some of our past services on Facebook and YouTube, or you can check us out on Instagram. Please reach out. You can, if you'd like to make a year-end donation, you can do that at thegreenhouseathens.churchcenter.com, and reach out to us, and we'd love to reach back out to you. Thanks again for considering what's happening at the Greenhouse and how you can partner with us. But primarily, just pray that God's people become that Garden of Eden in the wasteland of the world, and that we would be the replicating movement of making friends and Jesus followers, so that other people become fully alive followers of Christ by being rooted in Him, by being rooted in their purpose, and by being rooted in relationship. Thanks a lot. Y'all have a great one.